Shawna Benoit here with the VA loan exhibit, and this is going to be the F410. This is not a standalone contract. It attaches to the purchase and sale agreement. It references the offer date, the property address. Buyer shall promptly apply for and in good faith seek to obtain the Veterans Administration or VA loan or loans described below, such the buyer can fulfill buyer's obligation hereunder to the expiration of the VA loan contingency. Select A or A and B. Any box not selected shall not be part of this agreement. All loan terms must be filled in. Buyer must apply quickly, act honestly, make real effort to get approved. Buyer cannot sabotage their own approval to escape the contract. A and B. Buyer must complete the loan amount, the percentage of the purchase price, the terms in years, interest rate cap, fixed or adjustable. If loan term is blank, that loan option is not part of the agreement. 2, use of particular lender. What this means, buyer may use any Georgia licensed lender. If an approved lender is named, buyer must apply with at least one of them. But buyer is not required to close with that lender. 3, length of the financing contingency period. The financing contingency period is equal to the days from binding agreement date. This is the buyer's protection window. 4, buyer may apply for different loans. Buyer can try other loan types, but only denied of the described VA loan allows termination. 5, buyer to notify seller of intent to proceed. Buyer must notify seller which lender they selected, provide contact information for the loan officer. 6, financing contingency. This is the core protection clause. Buyer can terminate if buyer is denied the VA loan. Buyer notifies seller before contingency ends. Buyer provides loan denial letter within 7 days. Important, denial letter must be from a qualified lender, state the reason, meet all exhibit requirements. The VA Amendatory Clause survives even after financing contingency expires. 7, use of approved lender and loan denial letter. The loan denial letter must state the real underwriting reason, cannot be based on lack of extra cash, buyer didn't sell another property, buyer failing to provide document, buyer made new purchases, VA occupancy issue, lender just didn't finish underwriting. Buyer must cooperate and act responsibly. 8, special approval if property is a condominium or subject to a master insurance policy. If property is a condo or covered by a master insurance policy, then lender must obtain project approval. If lender cannot approve project, buyer can terminate. Earnest money refunded. Must provide lender letter stating the denial. 9. Right of seller to request evidence of buyer's ability to close. If contingency expires and buyer didn't terminate, seller can request proof buyer can close, loan commitment letter. Buyer has 5 days to provide. 10. Seller's right to terminate. If buyer fails to provide proof, seller gives 2-day cure notice. If not cured, seller may terminate. Must act within 7 days or before closing. Authorization of buyer to release information to seller and brokers. Buyer allows seller and broker to speak with lender, receive status updates, confirm documentation provided, learn reason for denial. 12. Miscellaneous. Definition of mortgage loan. Secured by deed to secure debt. First versus second mortgage equals the lien priority. 13. Amendatory clause. Extremely important, VA protection. If VA appraisal, the notice of value is less than purchase price, buyer cannot lose earnest money, is not obligated to close. Buyer may choose to pay the difference in cash, must disclose the source, cannot use borrowed funds unless VA approves. 14. Agreement to seek amendment to purchase price prior to termination. If appraisal is low, buyer must send a copy of the NOV, notice of value, send signed amendment to purchase price, the F713. Do this within 3 days. Seller has 3 days to accept, reject, or counter. If no agreement, buyer has 3 additional days to terminate. Must be before closing. If buyer does nothing, buyer waives right to terminate. Must close at original price. 15. VA funding fee. The VA funding fee has 3 options: paid at closing, finance into the loan, or veteran is exempt. 16. Certain repairs paid by seller. If seller is required by VA, seller completes the repairs, seller pays up to the agreed dollar cap. If repairs exceed cap, either party may pay excess. If no agreement, contract terminates. Earnest money refunded. 17. VA rules and regulations. Termite letter. Wood infestation report required. Buyer or seller can pay for it. Must be dated within 90 days. Property must be free from infestation. If infestation, seller must retreat. Seller must treat the termites. Seller pays for the reinspection. If damage exists, seller gets repair estimate. If no agreement in 3 days, contract terminates. 18. Home warranty. If home is under 1 year old, seller must provide VA acceptable warranty if required. 19. Public water and sewer. If public connection available and required, property must connect. Seller pays up to agreed cap. If costs exceed cap, parties may agree. If no agreement, contract terminates. Certification is required at closing. Signature page, the buyer's signature. If more than one buyer, both signatures. If more than two buyers attached, additional page, the 267, the F267 is attached. Seller signature, if more than one, additional page, the F267 is attached. The buyer's brokerage firm signs here. The seller's brokerage firm signs here. And that concludes the F410 VA Loan Exhibit Contingency.